All right, so we are back today. It is Wednesday of this week, or it should be. And we are going to start by reminding ourselves that we're working on our question this week is how do our five senses help us learn? And before we read our new story today, we have 3 new vocabulary words that we need to learn. So we're going to introduce those new vocabulary words and any movements that they might have. All right, so on Monday this week, we learned 2 words. We learned senses, which we have. How many senses do we have? Good, we have 5 senses: seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. And we learned about explore. Do you remember what we did when we explore? Good, we're looking around at something new, explore. All right, our first new word for today, though, is this word right at the top. Ooh, and I see a scaredy cat E and a scaredy cat A. So remember, take a scaredy cat E, take a scaredy cat A, put them together, and what do they say? E! So we know that when we see that EA in this word, it's going to say E. So let's send it out. It says east, 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 feast. So our first word is feast. So let's click on feast. And a feast is a big meal eaten at a party or a festival. I love to go to a feast. So a feast is when you have a lot of food, like Thanksgiving. That's coming up in a little bit. That is a feast. You might have a feast for your birthday party. You might have a lot of food. It's a big meal that you eat when you're celebrating. So here, if we look at our picture, it looks like these people are at a party and they are getting ready to eat a feast. And it looks delicious. So our motion for feast is we're just going to be eating at our feast. So you have your fork or your spoon, and you're going to get the food and you're going to eat. Feast. So we have explore and we have feast. All right, let's see our other words. Our next word is needs. Needs. And it starts with a K, but actually KN is a weird. So it actually says N instead of the K. Needs. And when we're talking about this kind of needs, it's not that you might say, oh my goodness, I'm so hungry, I need food. It's not that kind of need. This is a different need. When a person needs something, he or she mixes and presses it together using his or her hands. So in our picture, this person is kneading the bread. So when you knead the bread, you take that dough and you're pushing it and you're pressing it and you're stretching it and you just keep pushing and pressing on something. So kneading. So when I say knead, I want you to take your hands and I want you to pretend like you're pressing on that, kneading that bread dough. All right, so needs. And we have feast and explore. All right, and our last word is finished. So when you have finished something, that means you have ended it. It's done. It's finished, it's done. So in our picture, we see this boy, and it looks like he has finished this beautiful painting. He's all done. If it's finished, does he still need to work on it? No, he thinks he's done. So when I say finished, I just want you to say done. So finished is done. All right, so as a review, we had the word senses. We had feast, when you eat. We had needs, when you knead that bread. We had finished, done. And we had explore. So be listening for those words in today's story. And when I say them, I want you to do those motions. All right, nice job.